Happy Halloween everyone! As it is Halloween week, I am going to do a spooky themed baby name Monday this week. All the names are totally usable, so even when I pick a theme, I still pick beautiful baby names that are very well worth knowing if you are going to name a baby, and really interesting facts about them. So all the names are popular witches, villains, or just bad boys that have amazing names with fantastic meanings that you could choose for your little one. So I'm going to give you the boys and girls. And if you like the look of my little Halloween table behind me, I just filmed it for my channel. It will be the video before this one, so you can go and check that out. So for baby girls, the first baby name I've chosen is actually a witch's name from Harry Potter, and that is the name Bellatrix. Bellatrix is a very, very evil person. She is the cousin of Sirius Black. She's played in the movie by Helena Bonham Carter. She is terrifying in the book. But Bellatrix is a absolutely stunning name, isn't it? And it's actually a star name. The Bellatrix is a star that is huge. It is about 8 times the size of the sun. Isn't that crazy? And it is said to be around 25 million years old. So J.K. Rowling picked an absolutely stunning name for this very evil witch. It means female warrior. So if you did want to go with it, I think it's amazing because it takes that Bella that we love and puts it right at the beginning. And also Trix with the X is so trendy at the moment. She could be Trixie, she could be Bella. She would always have a bit of a villain as her namesake. What do you think of the name Bellatrix? Are you a Harry Potter fan? Would it put you off? Let me know in the comments below. So for boys, how about the baby name Bates? Bates is very reminiscent of Norman Bates from Psycho, one of the all-time huge horror movies. We all know that scene whether we've seen the movie or not. Norman Bates is the name of the character. The movie has just made this so iconic, but the name Bates also features in Downton Abbey as a lovely character, Bates, who is the sort of servant in the house, isn't he? So Bates is a very trendy name, as well as its Halloween horror movie connotations. It's got that kind of surname as first name edge to it. I love it. I've got a bit of a thing at the moment for names that end in an S. I just think it sounds very stylish, very sleek, and very trendy. I think it sounds like a great name to be used. It would always make me think of Norman Bates from Psycho. The new Netflix series Bates Motel is really, really popular. So I can see this being a name that's starting to get used more and more. Do you like it? Girls, how about the stunning witch's name Evanora? Evanora is actually the Wicked Witch of the East. So she features in a lot of the tales around the Wizard of Oz. As you know, that was kind of a big book series, a huge movie franchise. So Evanora is such a stunning name, isn't it? Even though she is a very, very evil witch. She is the sister of the Wicked Witch of the West, and she is very, very powerful and very evil with that as well. But I think it is such a stunning name. As we know, Eva and Evelyn and all those names are so popular. Nora as well, and putting them together I think sounds absolutely beautiful. I absolutely love the name Evanora. I think that having a Wizard of Oz connection just makes it really, really sweet and exciting. I hope you like it as well. Boys, how about taking the baby name Cole? Cole was the name of the little boy in Sixth Sense, which for me is one of my all-time scariest movies ever. I don't know why I ever watched that movie. I probably think about it every time I like go to the bathroom, or I find a cupboard door open, or a cyclist comes up next to me in the car. I'm just like, oh my god, I think about that movie all the time. It was such an iconic, famous movie at its time and made a huge star over the little boy playing Cole. But the name Cole is kind of like got that dark edginess to it. It is such a bad boy name, isn't it? And I like bad boy names. I think they are very edgy. I think that they will always pass the husband test, because what dad doesn't want his son to have like a really masculine name? It's a great one. It is being used quite a lot. Kimberly Walsh has a little baby boy called Cole. She's a singer here in England. I know a lot of you are American, and maybe you watched The Affair, the TV program, and the character Cole in that. That's what really kind of got this onto my radar again, and I really liked it. Sixth Sense is a hugely popular movie. I know a lot of people love it. It's got a huge following, and you could call your baby Cole after him. At number 3 is a villain from one of the most popular franchises out there at the moment, which is Hunger Games, and the name Clove. Clove was the tribute from District 2, and she is not very nice. She is ruthless, she has knives, she is very mean to Katniss and the gang. I don't want to give any spoilers away, but she does kill one of the most beloved characters from Hunger Games. So if you've seen it and you love it, like I actually really love Hunger Games. I'm not like a massive sci-fi fan, but that one I just love. I could watch it over and over again. And Clove, even though she is a bad girl in this, the name is great. It reminds me a lot of Olive and Olivia because it's using the same kind of letters. And I think that Clove, people do think of it as like clove of garlic and things like that. But I think in Clover, I've talked about before in my nature baby names, I just think it sounds edgier, hipper, much more of a hipster name. It sounds really, really cool to me. You couldn't really shorten it to anything, so she would be Clove. She's got a bit of a bad girl as her namesake, but it's a very gentle and very pretty name, I think. For boys, I was having a look at the villains in one of my other favourite shows, which is Game of Thrones, and that program is just so popular and the villains are so terrible. I don't know, could you name a baby Ramsay after watching Game of Thrones, or Joffrey? Oh. So the name I've chosen is one that I would actually use, which is Walder, from the villain Walder Frey. Walder Frey is not a nice man in Game of Thrones. He's one of the villains. He is the Lord of Riverrun, and he is just a nasty character, basically. But the name Walder seems to be created for Game of Thrones. I can't see it anywhere else. For me, it's a bit of a mixture between Walter and Wilder, and those are both names I really, really like, and Walder sounds really great. You probably would end up correcting it a lot because it's not actually a name in use, so it was definitely created for the character. As we know, popular culture is all about bringing those names through, and we are seeing Game of Thrones names starting to hit now. I think this could be an absolutely lovely one for a little boy. And then from the TV series Grimm, does anyone watch that? The main female protagonist, she's actually a hexen beast. Really, really scary, because she kind of goes from normal to really scary and back. Freak me out. But her name is Adalind, and I really like the name. As we know, Adalind I'm seeing a lot. It's one of the most popularly fastest rising girl names in the UK at the moment, Adalind, and it is so, so pretty. But Adalind puts a bit more of a quirky spin on it, doesn't it? And it's not hard to pronounce, it's not hard to spell. Adalind is Old Germanic, and Adalind seems to have been created for the TV show Grimm. Do you know little Adalind? Adalind means noble. Adalind is a bit edgier. She is a great character. There is a huge following for the TV series Grimm, so I think this is a name that's going to start becoming really, really popular. As I said, I think it's just a little bit edgier, isn't it? It's nice to have a bit of a D on it. I want to have a little bit something more unique with Adalind. What do you think of it? And lastly, definitely a bad boy name. It just sounds like a bad boy name, this one. Is the name Draven. So Draven actually means child from the shadows. So that's really cool, isn't it? If you're a bit gothic-y or you like kind of dark things, it could be a great way of bringing that into your baby name. It's taken from a movie, The Crow. If you have seen that, the main character is called Eric Draven. So it is his surname, and he's resurrected from the dead and goes on some sort of big hunt after his girlfriend. But yeah, you know the kind of plot. So, but Draven, I think his name is really, really cool. It's very similar to the name David. So if you have a David in your family and you want to kind of bring that through, but a more modern way, Draven sounds really edgy and very, very trendy to me. I've always liked the name Davy as well. But this I really, really like. I think it sounds so unique, so edgy and so cool. Let me know what you think of the name Draven and what a cool baby name meaning it has. So let me know who I have missed out. Let me know your absolute favourite villain. It could be a Disney villain, it could be from popular culture, or it could just be a name that sounds bad. Let me know in the comments below. I love to hear from you, and as always I will pin my favourite one to the top ahead of next week's Baby Name Monday. I just want to do a shout out because guess what? We have our first official Baby Name Monday named Baby. I'm so happy. I had a message from a lovely viewer on Facebook. She messaged me and told me that she is the proud mummy of this stunning little baby who was named after one of the videos that she watched. She loved the name, she chose it, and her name is Romilly Maple. So welcome to the world, little Romilly Maple. You have the world's best baby name. I feel like Scylla on Blind Date. I need to like buy a hat or something. So if you do find a name from one of these baby name lists that you love and then go on to use, please do let me know, because I love it. Isn't that exciting? So yeah, happy baby name Mondays everyone. Happy Halloween. Check out my little how to make this table as my previous video, and next week I have a very exciting baby name video. They are every single Monday, so don't forget to hit subscribe to follow, and I'll see you all soon. Bye guys.